Hello everyone. In today's stream, I'm going to be soloing some group dungeons on the East server. Now, in this stream, I finally using the 8.4 gear I have received in the East server. Right? Let's get into it. Okay, let me see if the mic is turned on. Okay. So if you guys saw my stream I did yesterday, I actually had my mic muted the whole time. I did not realize that it was muted, so yeah, I streamed for 1 hour 45 minutes without realizing the mic was muted.
News from the field.
Make sure you're faction flagged before doing dungeons. I'll try to do at least 5 dungeons today. Let me see if I have the correct spells equipped. It's good. Right. So my shadow caller on the west server has over 2000 IP. Using this on 800 feels a little bit weird. Well, I think 1800 is still pretty good. Definitely don't need the 2000 IP, but it helps speed things up. And this turned out great. It's a nice build. No one was really using this exact combination of items. People just had Stalker Jacket and Mage Call before this. I also used that build for a long time. But now they are nerfing the Mage Call, not the Mage Call, the Stalker Jacket. After the nerf, this will be better than Stalker Jacket, I think. It really sucks. Every single time they say good solo weapon or any item in general, they decide to nerf it. Right. Let's try to do some big pulls. Hello, Sai. I hope I am audible today. I accidentally muted myself yesterday, so can you hear me? Okay, nice. So, for the people who don't know, I streamed for 2 hours yesterday without realizing that I was muted. Well, that's a relief. And while closing my stream yesterday, I even said that my voice was getting tired, so I will stop streaming for now. But then it was completely to waste because my mic was muted all the time. Missed the stream because you're in class? Well, maybe I should not stream at that time then. What time was it again? I think it was a little early. It's mostly my fault for not having a fixed schedule for streaming on. I'll try to get a fixed schedule. What tier map is it? It's a tier 5 group dungeon map. So the mobs are tier 5.1. We got a epic chest right off the bat. claim that. I will open this chest after the dungeon, so stick around for that. I don't want to clog my inventory space with it. Right, Fallen Governor. This is a tough boss. Let's see. Should have waited for the cooldowns, but whatever. Yeah, don't open it because they're heavy. Yes. It's going pretty smoothly. Well, I expected it to be a little tougher, actually. It might get really hard in the phase 2. Yeah, it will get really tough in phase 2, isn't it? Hopefully I'll get my E back and that's enough to sustain me. Oh boy, this is hard. He's in phase 2. Messed up. I walked into the fire thing. Right, let's try that again. Let's switch to this energy passive and maybe grudge. Right, let's try that again. See, this is one of the tougher bosses in Albion. Really hard to solo. Well, at least we did not get downed by it. Let's wait for the energy region just for a little bit. You know, if this does not work for killing him, we will clear the rest of the dungeon and come back to kill this boss with a druidic staff or a mercenary jacket. That will work for sure. Use the third W. Yes, I'm using the third W. A little late, huh? Right. The third W goes really well with the energetic passive. That's mainly the reason for using it right now. Let's save cooldowns this time. I won't spam them as much. Let's just use the Spectre. Well, I said I wanted to save cooldowns, but looks like you won't let me. $20 on the heal. And it has so much range on the weapon. Can't kite. Right, let's try that again after we clear the dungeon. Can we, this guy just pop pure E at 60% health and not 70-80 as it can waste some? Actually, it's not wasting anything because the spec on this weapon is really low, so it can't fully heal me yet at 70-80%. So I have around 4.5 million. I wonder if it's enough for a 8.4 mercenary. Okay, this is just ridiculous. I melted too quickly there, huh? Alright, let's try that again. I usually do this pull on the west server, so I'm so used to that. It might be better to pull the swordsmans first because they don't do ranged attacks. We'll see. Okay, let's do it like this time. Use the E, kite them a little, and debuff. That happened last time though. It's the same pull. Why is it so much different? They just decided to kill me, I guess the last time. Yeah, the same pull, but so much difference based on where you start. See, I miss having these small amounts of challenge while playing the game. Because everything on the West server is so maxed out that you can just stand on their attacks and they do nothing. We'll go and buy a mercenary after this stream. Not after the stream, I mean after the dungeon. I'll go to Sterling and buy a 8.4 mercenary. If it's too expensive, we'll have to do with 8.3. And I'm going to be upset if 8.3 mercenary does not work. Let's tag him. Now this should be a fairly easy pull. Just have to pull them together. Second with the E spell. Did not realize how much spec really makes. Yeah, specs make a huge difference in the game, especially if you are used to having maxed out specs and start a new character like this. You'll just feel awful playing this character because it's so much weaker. Even with the same 8.4 Shadow Caller, the difference in power is so huge. See, I have around 1870 IP, right? On my West server's character, I will have over 2000 item power using a 8.4 Shadow Caller. See, that's the difference. A difference like that is, not very easy to fill just by playing a little better. That's especially true because now the Hellion jacket's nerfed. You'll feel very weak using Hellion. That's the main reason I switched over to Stalker jacket, but they're nerfing Stalker jacket too in the next patch. So I'm just, getting used to playing with Hellion. On the West server's character, I can solo this dungeon in 5.3 gear. That's how much difference spec makes. It's a slight struggle for bosses, but boy, on the West server, it's smooth. Silver. How much for the 8.4 set? Oh, it was expensive, alright. Let me see. I got this for 23 million. This is 13 million. I think 13.5, yeah. The Hellion was 13.5. Stalker was not Stalker, the Shadow Caller was 23. So that's already what? 36 million. 36 million for those and another 12 million on the Crypt Candle. That's expensive. A real costly set. And this one is still cheaper compared to my West server account. This is around 56 million, right? The set I use on the West server is 75 million. A lot of players never even acquire that amount of silver in the game. That's how that's how bad the game has gotten now. There's not a single good silver farm. There's so much pay to win. See, the game almost forces you to pay. 8.3 sets are surprisingly cheap though. No, that's very good. So if you're a new player, 8.3 sets are still great for you. Cheap and really effective. Well, farming mobs seems to be easy though. Now that's good. I can at least farm spec even if I don't get as much loot. We're in the third floor. How long was it? Okay, almost 15 minutes. 15 minutes is still not bad. So I assume it will take me around 20 to 25 minutes for the whole dungeon altogether, which is, a little slow, but still better than what it was before 8.4 released. Before 8.4 gear got released on the West server, clearing these dungeons used to take 40-45 minutes if you don't skip mobs. But even with that amount of time consumption, this activity was great because loot was also way better than it is now. Well, yeah, this is still better than doing solo dungeons. And solo dungeons used to be the best activity of the game, and now they are the worst activity. I don't know why they decided to do that though, and that sucks. Like, I know 90% of the player base back then just did solo dungeons. Solo dungeons were so good. Did not try this until you watched my videos. I mean, a lot of people did not try it. For, before the 8.4 gear got released, there were not many people doing this content because it was so hard to do with 8.3, and back then Shadowcaller also did not exist. People were using great access to clear solo dungeons, I mean group dungeons. The community was also a little, elitist. People did not accept a new entry into this content. Now that 8.4 got released, it became a lot more accessible to a lot more people. Okay, let's wait for cooldowns before we fight that. And let's just kill these guys before we wait for cooldowns. Hopefully I don't have to spend even more cooldowns on these guys. Yeah, did not need cooldowns for this. Is it possible to do group dungeons with low IP builds? I mean, it is possible, but the amount of time it takes for you to clear these dungeons with low IP does not make it worth it. Yeah, you can do it at tier 8.3 too, but it's just a little tougher than it is right now. If you don't have spec, a new player can definitely not do it with tier 8.3. Blight Staff? Well, if you're going nature staffs, I think Great Nature or even the Druidic Staff is better than the Blight. And nature staffs are great for soloing group dungeons, but they're just slow. Now if they had a little bit more DPS, they would be better. Oh boy. I'm having a lot of energy issues with this build though. I don't see why that's happening. Maybe because my helmet and shoes are low tier. You can do it with 8.3 no weapon spec, but 120 on the armor. See, that's the point. You at least need the Hellion jacket to be good. Oh, that's a good chest. Alright, 360k. See, you would never get drops like this in tier 5 solos anymore. This loot used to be in tier 5 solo dungeons. Now it's reserved for group dungeons. 370k. Alright. And we still have a epic chest to clear in this dungeon. We'll come back for that. Quickly get this guy. Kinda wasted the Avalon cape, but that's fine, I guess. Right. And the amount of sustain on this build when you're fighting large groups is insane. The more mobs you fight, the stronger healing you get while using this build. Is it a blue chest? I think it's a blue. Let's debuff everyone. You could take us. Yeah, if you want to join, hop on. I have no problem with that. It's just that I titled the stream as Solo in Dungeons. You know, I did that one time when someone in the chat wanted to join, and the chat just would not stop bitching about it, saying, "You are clickbaiting us with the title and you're playing with parties." So if you want to join, just come to Sterling. We'll go. Right, it's a blue chest, but that boss is also pretty hard. So let's just get a boss killing set. Hopefully I have enough silver to buy a good mercenary jacket. Right. I have to remember the dungeon's location. So where is it? Ping. Okay, here. Is there anything like a dot here? Nothing. Okay. Between these two big things. Hopefully no one gets to the dungeon before I do. I mean, even if they do, we already got around 400k from the dungeon, so we are good. Let's use sprint. Why is it not playing that roar sound it used to play when you sprint? I think it's a bug. Just kill them, I'm in 8.4. I mean, you used to do that, but if they're faction flagged, you can't kill them. You can't, PvP faction flagged players. So if a new player party of like 6 people, all in 4.2, 4.3 gear, join the dungeon and try to steal it from me, I can't do anything about it if they're faction flagged because, they will obviously out DPS me if they have like 5 DPS players on their side. And I can't flag up for PvP. But if they're not faction flagged though, I'm going to shred them. I did that actually in one of my videos. Yeah, even if you go hostile, you can't hurt faction players. That's a that's a really nice feature actually. So if you just faction flag, 8.3 people can't bully you in the yellow zones. Right. Let's throw this in the loot section. Oh, let's open this. Ooh, that's some nice stuff. Nice fame too. Right. I'll use the fame books on the mercenary jacket I'm going to buy. Indian? Yes. I don't know why so many people ask me. Is it so obvious? Maybe I have an accent.
Have a look.
Mercenary jacket. 84. Oh, it's 12 million? Okay, so average price is 10. Okay, we'll have to settle for 8.3 then. 2.1? Nah, let's just get it.
See you later.
Why not? Right, we got the 8.3 mercenary. We'll also get a guardian.
Local goods.
Guardian boots. Oh, I can't use them. Damn. They're really cheap though. Okay, let's reroll this.
Deal.
Yeah, this is East server. It's not Singapore. Well, I guess the servers are on Singapore. Right, let's start this. Let's go with a Misak. Just because it can save us a little better. And we will take some energy potions with us. So remember guys, we already got 375k from the dungeon, right? And we still have
Train.
2 more chests to go. Energy tier 6. Oh, not this shit. Not this either. Hmm. Have to type it out, huh?
Satisfied.
Right, let's go. I'll just bring the cultist along. So usually I would say that you don't need spec on helmets or boots, but when it comes to the cultist sandals, spec is really important. As you know, the armor shred that is provided with the cultist sandals increases a lot if you have spec on them. Oh, this is a mist build, isn't it? Yeah, this build is the reason why Stalker Jacket got nerfed. So it was here, right? If I remember correctly. Okay, let's see if I get the chest with this new stuff. I'll go with the normal spells first. If that's proving a little tough, we'll go with Grudge. Also, I will use the energetic passive since I'm using a Musak. So what do you guys usually do for fame farms or silver farms? I just do group dungeons most of the time. If I get a little bored of group dungeons, I might do some group activity with my friends or Discord members. It should be around here, right? Did it despawn? Well, that's fine if it despawns actually. We'll just do another dungeon if it's gone. Yeah, it's gone. Usually it stays for a lot longer though. I wonder what happened this time. How many armor do I have? What do you mean by that? Like, how many items? Yes, I know the mercenary jackets and the curse beam combo. I abused it a lot when I used to play corrupted dungeons. See, it might be kind of silly to use gust beam in PvP, but it actually works really well. Used to run Avalonian roads or hideouts. Yeah, that's also really good content. Mean damage, block as percentage of armor. Oh, you want to know the armor stats? Okay. Is that what you mean? Armor stats? Well, if you want to know that, it should be around here. Armor 69. It said 69. If that's what it, that's what you wanted to know. Cuban mobs give a lot of fame on Avalon. Well, yeah, they do give a lot of fame, but it's just that it takes forever to find those things. And there's no guarantee that you won't get jumped by people while you're farming. So I started a short series, right? I'm uploading some shorts. In those shorts, you'll find a clip of tier 8 or elementals. Bro, that's really bad. Like four people tried to kill us while farming for that or elemental. Sometimes you're running around for ages. Yeah, that's the problem with all lethal zone content in the game. It's just that you don't find any content, and whenever you do find content, it usually takes a long time for you to reliably access that content. It's just not realistic, the amount of loot you get. I mean, let's throw everything here and use the fame books. Right, let's go. Been wondering how much you get from aspects. Well, if you solo or duo those aspects, you'll get quite a lot. Although it takes a really long time to kill them. When we killed a 4 aspect, like with 3 people, we each got around 280k, and it took us 30 minutes to do it. We kept having to reset that fight. And look at these stats. I went to farm some statics with my friends, right? Like, got executed by a bloodletter in the statics. That's HCE stuff. Alright. So I've been trying some HCE too. If you guys are interested in HCEs, I might upload some content on that.
I have lots to train.
Let's go.
My pleasure.
Right. I only have one potion. Let's get some more.
Honest prices.
And yes,
Stay
3 more
honest.
potions. And we'll also bag in this sack just in case we need it. Never seen HCE content. Yeah, me neither. I don't have much experience on it, but I always wanted to try it out. It looked really nice. I mean, it's completely safe and you get a lot of fame from it. The silver is also supposedly quite good, but I don't have much experience on it, so I can't comment on it properly. And it spawned at the bridge over there. There used to be a HCE creator in Albion, but they shift over to making RPG games now, I think. It was, let me see. I think the channel was called Wartide or something. They made HCE content for the first time in Albion. No one does that. No one does HCE content on the game. They are so gatekeeping about, the content. They don't let people in the HCE community. It's really hard to find a party. It's a bunch of elitists trying to keep their content secure from nerfs. See, HCs are downright broken right now, and they will stay broken as long as a lot of people just don't know about them. So they don't allow newcomers. They just stay in their little bubble, spamming those HCs, and they never even have to leave city. Which it might be ironic coming from me since I don't usually do PvP either, but still, HCs are a little OP. And this is so slow. Why is it so slow? I have to spec the thing up. Oh wait, let's put the levels on mercenary jacket instead of offhands. I need the mercenary up. Uh, 420, right? So we can get up to 30 spec. Let's do it. See, that's how you fame farm in the game now. Just not even use the item. I never equipped a mercenary jacket in this character, I think. And it's already at 30 spec. We'll farm some more dungeons and that should be good enough for speccing it. I think I should just farm statics instead of dungeons at this point, honestly. Statics give a lot more fame than dungeons. So, does anyone in the chat have experience with HCEs or Avalonian raids? I want to try them, but I never get the chance to. You try statics? Yeah, statics are great. Just endless fame farm. Yeah, if anyone of you guys do Avalonian Roads content, like the raid bosses, I'm open to joining it. Honestly, I want to try that content out. I've been meaning to try it for so long, but I don't know anyone who does it. A lot of my friends are crafters who own half of cities. Have connections with a lot of, crafting and gathering side, but most of my friends don't do PvE content. Actually, it's like, this game really rewards crafters, but they have to craft in black zones only. I don't know how they managed to make crafting a black zone activity, but they did it. It's so annoying. Anytime you want to do something that's worthwhile in this game, it always pushes you to black zones. Have you guys seen the new legendary weapons? Do you know about that? So, if you guys know about the new legendary weapons and legendary weapon attunement, You'll know how trash that system is. Been watching a lot of videos about that. Yeah, man, they're really bad. It's one thing that they're completely useless. Like, you don't need the legendary aspect of them for any type of content, and it's just a slot machine for upgrading your weapons. There's nothing creative about it, nothing innovative. Just sit in the city, spend billions of silver and billions of fame. I have no idea why they thought it was good idea, but man, Albion does some dumb stuff time to time. Is it the East server? Yes, it is the East server. Now it's the 69 ping. I jumped up to 70 right when I said it. It's almost gambling. It's not almost gambling, it is gambling. Don't have to sugarcoat it. It's disgusting how bad that system is. It's so bad. I saw some content creators spend their time using those cheat stones to max out their weapons, and it took them 45 minutes to use cheat stones to max it. If you actually want to max that weapon out while doing content without cheat stones, it will take you years worth of grinding on the black zone. I'm already at tier 8. I'm at 8.4. Mog spent 100 billion. Well, yeah, I personally spent around 700 billion on my shadow collar. It did nothing. It increased damage by like what, 70 more damage, and I get a little bit more lifesteal, and all for what? That's it. And the worst part is that you can't attune these weapons on safe zones. You have to go to black zones with a 8.4 staff, and you have to farm there with that single staff for like months on end at a session, and that's bad. The legendary weapon system is the worst thing that's ever happened to Albion. Right after nerfing solo dungeon loot, this is the worst decision they have made. Let me do this pull before we go to chat. I don't want to get mud because I was reading chat. That happened so many times already. I'll read chat after this pull. 1 second. Okay, so where were we? How do I fame farm so fast? Well, honestly, you just find a party. That's the best option right now in the game. If you want to fame up fast, you have to find a party that's willing to do statics with you. I joined some of my friends doing statics on tier 6 red zones. That's how I leveled up so fast. There's no way you're not gonna die. I mean, it will be weird if you don't die with that set. If anyone actually does that legendary attunement in the actual live servers, I will suspect them of hacking. No doubt they hacked in some way. It's impossible to do that legitimately. So coming back to fame farming, if you want to farm fame and you don't have any party members, you have two options right now. So the first one is you join my Discord server and ask for a party. You will get a party most of the time. If you're not in the Discord or you don't want to join the Discord, get a tier 4.1 set, go to a tier 7 red zone and kill everything you see on the red zone. That will give you a lot of fame. 1 second, leave chat. Oh, this is bad. I have to reset here. Okay, let's read chat. To find a party, just stand outside a blue zone and some other solo will always join you. Yeah, if you want to find a party for doing statics, wait at the entrance of the static and someone else will join eventually. There's a lot of people who want to do it and they can't solo it, so they also have a reason to invite you. Can you suggest a build with solo group dungeons druidic staff? Okay, so if you want to use a druidic staff for soloing group dungeons, I have made a whole video guide on it, I think. So watch that guide video. If you have any further doubts, ask me in the comments of that guide video. I'll help you out. You have 100 spec on Blight Staff and Mercenary but still can't solo group dungeons? Well, it's not just having spec, it's having spec on the right items is what matters. Suggest any ZVZ weapons? Depends on what you want to do in the ZVZ, right? If you want a melee DPS weapon, it's different. If you want a tank, it's different, right? What do you want to do in the ZVZ? Tell me what your role is and I will suggest a weapon according to that. Faction war. Okay, so you just want to bomb people in faction fights. So you have a lot of options for that, luckily for you. You can use crossbows and get the energy shaper, which is just a light cannon that blasts everything in the straight line. You can use longbows for bombing people. You can use the blazing staff, or what's the other staff called? Brimstone. You can use the brimstone staff to drop meteors on people. There's a lot of options for faction warfare. I think it's the best content out there right now, just for having fun. If I copy your build with 0 spec and go to tier 7 zone, how much it takes for a... Okay, so if you just copy my spec and go to a tier 7 zone, it will take you 1 week, I think, to max out the weapon mastery. And after you max out the weapon mastery, buy a 8.3 set and do tier 4 statics with either a party or solo. That should let you max it out in a month maximum. If you're a little slow, it might take longer, but on average, you can use red zones for maxing the weapon mastery, like you unlocking tier 8 stuff. After you unlock tier 8 stuff, it's just statics. That's the best option. Buy 8.3, 8.4, grind statics. Or if you have a party, the best option is doing tier 6 statics with your party mates. Let's go this way. And by the way, don't copy my build if you don't have specs. This build sucks if you don't have spec. And it's only good for solo and group dungeons, so you'll not have much freedom on what you can do if you pick up this build. This build is specifically designed for group dungeons and it will only work in group dungeons. You can't do anything else with it. So if you want to do something else, tell me what you want to do and I'll suggest you a build according to that. You'll join the Discord? Yeah, sure. Join the Discord server. I don't think you guys have a link to it, do you? I used to have a link on one of my videos, but I used to, I really should put the link in all of my videos. Wait, I'll try to give you guys a link. Uh, Invite, copy. 1 second. I'll paste the link in the chat. You can use that link to join the Discord server if you are interested. There. Click on the link and join the server if you want to. So you just want to do static PvE and group dungeons, nature or shadow color. So if you have a budget, go for shadow color. Shadow color is the best. But if you are on a tight budget, go for nature. Which guild am I in? No guild. I don't do guilds, man. Guilds are really exhausting for me. I don't like it. I just don't like the concept of guilds in games most of the time, especially in Albion. I don't like it. As CTAs and all that bullshit. I really hate guilds. See, that's why I created my Discord server. You don't have to join my guild or join a alliance. If you want to play, just ask in the Discord and you will get a party. That's all you have to do. No mandatory CTAs, no guilds, taxes, nothing. You want to play, we play. That's all we do. We had a power cut. Man, that happened so many times while I was streaming. See, I'm casually having a conversation right now, right? And sometimes it just happens a power cut and everything's gone. The internet crashes, the stream goes offline, and no one has an idea of why it happened. Sudden power cut. Yeah, join the Discord server if you guys want a party. There is no conditions to it. You don't need any minimum fame requirement or, you know, nothing. If you want a party, join the Discord server and ask in the chat. Anyone available will help you. If no one's available and I am free, you can play with me. That's all. No guild requests, no minimum fame, no CTAs, no bullshit. We just came together. See, that kind of guild is really hard to find in Albion. Every guild in Albion is, I don't know how to word it properly, but I guess they're all tryhards basically. They try so hard to control their little territories. It just seems like a second job almost. Does not even feel like a game anymore. Oh, we have a big pull here. Okay, let's hope I don't get murdered. I used the E-spell a little early, which is the correct play in that situation. Boy, this is going to hurt. Alright. Don't have red zone faction party by any weapons. Can kill fast. Ah, it's a tome chest. Damn it. I was reading chat. I did not realize it until I walked all the way here. So if you want to do red zone faction activities, just wait for bandit assault and follow the blob. You don't need a party if you want to do bandit assault. You'll be in a huge army doing whatever the hell they want. See, I would usually skip this tome chest, but since this character has no spec, I have to do it. So if you guys are on the east server or even the west server, I have characters on both servers. So if you want help with fame farming or anything in general, feel free to ask me. I might not give out silver or giveaways, but I will help you guys in fame farming. I know how hard it is for new players on this game, especially since I started the new character on the East server. Man, it sucked to progress on this character. The game is not as good as it used to be for new players. Let's quickly gather some spec here. 31. So doing that just increased this spec by 1 level. That's all we got. But still, that might be good. Which city I do group dungeons from? Usually from Sterling. Oh, you're asking that guy. Okay. So if you are doing group dungeons, if you want to do gathering, go to Bridgewatch, or if you don't want to do gathering, stay in Sterling. Sterling has the best market prices. So when you want to buy a big item, you'll find it on a cheap cost at Sterling. Boy, this is close. Oh, finished the faction daily. Nice. Fort Sterling is the best, yes. Fort Sterling, the best city in the game. And one more really important tip for you guys. When you do group dungeons or any content in blue or yellow zones, you should not do it without faction flagging. Always be faction flagged. I said it so many times on my channel. Just never do any safe content without faction flagging. And this is kind of boring, isn't it? Beating up on these stupid statues. They should reduce their health. Man. This kills so much time. Oh, it too. Right, we are at the boss room. What is it? Blue chest or purple chest? Might be a purple. It's going to be a tough fight if it's a purple. Oh man, it's the ancient hero. Oh, it's a tough fight. Why do I keep getting the strongest bosses in the game? Ah, damn it. This is the second time it happened. The ancient hero is really strong. In the first dungeon we got the governor, now we got the ancient hero. Both really strong bosses. Okay, I don't think I can do it with Hellion, so let's switch over to Mercenary and hopefully that works. If it does not work, we are screwed. We can't do anything about it. Okay. Which weapon has the highest DPS for faction warfare? Well, depends on your spec, doesn't it? If you want just DPS, go with longbow or brimstone staffs. They're really good. Or you can use a energy shaper. Oh, let's switch to the passive. Oh yeah, we are in the passive. Let's go. We'll spam absolutely everything we have. No being stingy whatsoever. And he's beating me up. I'm waiting for that slash attack. Yeah, this one. See, I wasted my W there. Seems pretty impossible to beat. And why do I have to fight these monsters? Nah, it's not possible. Let's use an energy potion. I did not go off. No way. Oh, he did the thing. Okay. Let's try it with the Hellion. Hellion might work. We got him really close with the mercenaries, so let's try it with Hellion. Let's try with Hellion and Guardian. Can bring your nature staff. Honestly, if you want to come, just hop in the dungeon. It's right here outside Sterling on the East server. You're welcome to join if you want to. You just have to change the title of the stream now. Oh, no way, that hit me. Oh, damn. No. Okay, so if anyone wants to join, I need your help, so please join if you want to. This character is still so weak. I can't believe how weak a character gets without spec. You only have best characters? Well, that's fine. So, is anyone interested in joining, or are we just skipping the dungeon? We could skip it, we got some good loot from it too. Alright, let's go. And that's the second one we had to skip this time. You want to join? Come to Sterling with a holy staff or a nature staff, whatever. It's one zone outside Sterling, the can come in. That's a blood letter, okay. So you want to come fast because the dungeon will despawn. It might actually be gone by now. Yeah, it's still here, but it will despawn soon, so hurry up. What's your in-game name again? Type your IG and I will send you a friend request. Or you can send me a friend request. Wait in the same zone? Sure. What's this guy? I'll kill some mobs while I wait. That's so fast. I don't think that even took 2 seconds to kill that thing. What do we have here? I placed sale orders on some pretty huge items. I don't know if they sold. Right. I'll keep the map open so you can come here easily. Let's set it to traveler's mode. Yeah, there. Can I suggest you a longbow build for faction flagging? So if you want to do faction bombing with longbow, use a assassin's hood. Not the assassin's hood. What's the other one called? Royal hood or royal helmet? Let me check. I think it's the royal hood. Yeah, this one. Use the royal hood, royal sandals, cultist robe, and longbow. That will give you a lot of damage. Or you can use a hunter jacket, but I believe cultist robe is better for damage. So if you guys have any other questions regarding the game, I can answer them while I wait for the party member. Or do you guys know about the new weapons coming out? They're really cool. They already got nerfed though. If you guys play on the test server, you'll know how bad the nerf was. They got hit hard. Even before they got launched, they got nerfed. Alright, man, where are you? It's been around 5 minutes. How do you open the transparent map? I just use shift and N together. It's only on PC, unfortunately, not for mobile. At least I don't know if it's on mobile. Okay, this dungeon's gone. We have to do the next one. So, bro, if you still want to join, you can still join. Just send me a party invite and we'll go to the next dungeon. Oh, you're on mobile. Okay, I don't know how to use the transparent map on mobile. I don't think you can use it on mobile though. I think it's a PC only feature. No, it's travel mode map. You can use the map while you travel, and it's pretty handy sometimes. Let's say faction build. How long does a group dungeon portal stay? Well, apparently 30 minutes. It used to be around 50 minutes, but I think they changed the duration. Usually when I don't do bosses, I can just grab a new set from the city, but it's not, staying up for that long anymore. So I think it's 30 minutes. I think this is the guy, isn't it? Okay.
Attention!
Well, that dungeon respawned, so if you still want to join, send me a party request. We'll go to another dungeon. Oh, let's open the faction chest. We got one book of 80k and two books of 200k. Pretty nice fame. Let's put them in the mercenary jacket. use and use. I'll spend my learning points too on mercenary. 2 more levels. Right, we're at 35. Usually they used to stay for 45-50 minutes, but I don't know why they reduced the timer on it. So we know that this build is not that strong enough. Let's just stick with the normal build, and if we can't kill any bosses with this one, it's a lost cause. We can't kill them anyway. So we have around 340k from the dungeon. Pretty nice loot. What do I think about the Mist Piercer bow? Well, if you want to use it for faction bombing, you have better options. Mist Piercer is so unnecessarily expensive, right? It is so expensive. If you want a Mist Piercer, you can just go with longbow. Look. Okay, we have a Mist Piercer, and a tier 8.3 Mist Piercer is 8 million. Now let's look at a longbow. This is 4 million. See, that's the difference. And a longbow has a much shorter cooldown with a lot of AoE. Longbow's AoE range is bigger than the Mist Piercer. Just go with longbow, it's better. You know what, let's go with tier 4 actually. Let's see if these are worth doing. Tier 4s are a little easier, and if they give me a really strong epic boss, I think I can do them if it's tier 4. And I really should farm specs more. It's all the way in that corner. Let's go. How long have I played on East? Not that long. This character itself is quite old, but I don't play on it very often. I created this character on the launch day of East server. After that, I just stopped playing. I liked my West character more because it had a lot of spec. But right now, I found a lot of people who do statics regularly on this server. So yeah, I was just hanging out with my friends, and before I knew it, the character was decently strong. So yeah, I'm playing on West now. I mean East. I thought I was on West. No, I'm on East now. I mean the title of the stream says East. When will the new weapons come out? It's October 16th. Where am I now? I'm in Mavargoch. Right here. So I'm really looking forward to the new weapons. They feel really nice to play. Okay, let's pull these guys. Look at the full sizes on. This is so much fun. In the new update, we're getting islands for every new city. Yeah, we are. The island design is going to be completely overhauled. Every city has its own island design. And honestly, Sterling looks the best. Sterling's snow theme island looks awesome. I saw Sterling's Island and Bridgewatch, but Bridgewatch is, you know, meh. Bridgewatch never looked that great, honestly. I'm sorry if you guys really like Bridgewatch's design, but there's kind of nothing there. It's a desert. So how many people played the test server yet? If you guys play on the test server, man, I just don't even want to play on the live server anymore when I play on the test server. The new weapons are so fun to use. Okay, I'll show it to you guys after this dungeon. Wait. After I finish this dungeon, we'll go to the test server and I will show you guys new stuff. Did you guys look at how low my health went? I thought I was going to die. Just shadow color things. One moment you are at 1 health and in the next you are maxed out. You haven't played on the test server? Well, you should really do it. It is so much fun. Oh, mastery achieved on what? Level 100 on hoods, finally. So I can use a 8.4 hood if I have it. And I kind of want to skip this guy. It's so much work for that stupid green chest. This boss is not worth fighting for a green chest. One of the worst bosses in the game, so annoying. Especially for this build. You can't channel anything. Keeps interrupting this channel. Okay, let me finish this dungeon real quick and we'll move on to the test server. Oh, that's some good loot for a green chest. Okay, so how many of you guys are interested in the test server content right now? How do I make a poll? Let's see if we can make a poll. And I have never made polls on my channel, so it's going to be fun. Let's see. We go here, right? On the live. Go here. And here. So if anyone in the chat knows how to create a poll, please tell me. Uh, Man, why doesn't YouTube tell me how to use poll? Participants? No, not that. Uh, hmm, Apparently, I don't know how to do polls. Well, whatever. Just tell me how many of you guys are interested in the test server through chat. I can figure out how to do polls. Do you guys want to see the test server? Yes or no? I didn't. What do you mean? You want to see the boss? Well, if that's what you guys want to see, I will show you guys that on the West server all you want. See, it will be easy on the West server. You did not play the test server? And test server is really fun. I'll show you guys later. Right after I clear this dungeon, we'll go to the test server. Ah, you know what? Let's just go. It's a tier 4 dungeon. Okay, boss fight. Right, let's go to the test server after this. Since some of you guys want to see the boss look. We'll speedrun this dungeon. Well, some of my friends are online. I could do statics if like 2 or 3 more guys are online, but they're usually on pretty late. It might be a bad time zone for you guys. What am I slurping? Oh, can you guys hear that? I thought I was muting while I was slurping. So it's apple juice. Wait, isn't the mute button working? What? Uh, okay, so I'll say something and I'll mute in between the sentence. Tell me if you can hear the full sentence or not. Okay, so did it mute between the sentence or did you hear the full sentence? I said, can you hear me now, by the way? It should be muting. Why did it not mute? Man, I was even using push to mute, so chat would not hear slurping noises. Alright, so it is working. I might have forgot to push the mute button then. Yeah, my bad. I'm usually very careful about things like this. Must have forgotten. Hmm. 50. Alright. I think it's another green chest over here, which I honestly want to skip. Next time mute the slur. And I tried to mute it. Well, anyway, there's no next time because it's finished. I finished the whole glass. So you don't have to worry about the noises again. Uh, how many kill your main character have? I don't know. I stopped looking at it after it crossed 1,000. Somewhere over 1,000 kills. And PvP is not my main activity, so it's just from corrupted dungeons I did. 1,000 kills is not that much. It sounds like a lot, but people who do GVGs or ZVGs know that 1,000 is not that much. Okay, let's bait the explosion and we'll go in after that. Right, we baited the explosion. Get this guy under the barrels and he's toast. How many kills do I have on this one though? This one has 5 kills and they're all really old. My main character has over 1,000 and all of them are from corrupted dungeons. I never ganked people with like 10 members in my party. All of my kills are 1v1 kills from corrupted dungeons. Maybe that's why I suck at PvP most of the time. Hello, can you guys hear me? I don't know if the stream is still live. Is it live? Say something in the chat if it's live. The stream might be dead. Hello. Okay, I'll just type. Oh, it's live. Right. So and my Wi-Fi crashed. I'm currently using a mobile hotspot to talk to you guys. So Albion won't run off a mobile hotspot, that's for sure. So yeah, I have to stop this